Hey, hi everyone. This is Drodun back with another stream for Kingdom Come Deliverance 2.
Oh, is it morning already?
We
Fuck.
are in
I
Sugdol.
should go and see what that noise was.
Godwin and Hans got drunk, and now I think the siege is starting. So, yeah, before we go down, I'll just recap what happened yesterday. So, yesterday there was a lot of trouble that I faced in trying to get to uh, or trying to finish the mission prior to this one, which is where Henry and Sam were supposed to infiltrate the army encampment of the Praggers, uh, get some horses, and ride away to try and find Yobst and try to get reinforcements before the Suktal siege breaks open the defenders uh, and essentially captures the Sukdal castle. So the reason the defenders were not doing so well is twofold, obviously, because they were facing superior numbers, but more importantly because they were running out of food after around 25 days of the siege. And we did so that mission of infiltrating didn't go too well, obviously. That was a big problem, but ultimately I did manage to complete it. What we had to do was, as soon as we entered, apparently Sam disappeared, and then you go and search for him, and I found his traces. That led me first to on Olitz, who was apparently dying because he got shot by the Dry Devil before at the start of the siege, and we had our conversation with him, left him to die on his own, not to give him a warrior's death. And then we tried to find Sam, who apparently was captured by Brabant, who was actually leading the Prague's force, with von Bogo having already left for Hungary to join Sigismund. So obviously Brabant being a traitor, we didn't want to spare him and we killed him outright. And then Sam was actually not in a position to be able to ride, so we carried him. We had already found the horses, so and then died basically. So after I restarted, I went picked up Sam and carried him to the horses, and then we left. After that, this scene happened where Godwin and Hans, expecting death, got drunk one last time, and then now that Godwin woke up at around mid noon or near noon, basically pre noon, uh, sounds of fighting are reaching our ears, so we have to go down and see what the hell is going on. I think this is where the prologue of this game starts. The point where defenders are almost inside Sugdor, but we have to defend them, and in the process Hans gets an arrow. So yeah, let's see how it goes. Let me go out. Excuse me, is this?
Now we really off.
Oh, further down. Okay, I didn't realize I have to go further down. My bad. I should take out my sword, I think. Holy hell. Okay, what the hell is going on? Oh, a cutscene. Okay. Yeah, this is, I think, where the game had started, the prologue.
Godwin! Where's your weapon? To the battlements! Move! Father! Have you come to anoint us before we die? We'll get anointed after the battle, Sir Hans. With booze.
Trebuchet, get down. Where did the trebuchet come from? They said there were no trebuchets. Not good. Dude, run away. They actually hit the mechanism for the drawbridge. They were so damn accurate. That's crazy. I didn't notice this. I don't think I noticed it during the prologue. I thought it just happened to coincide at the trebuchet shot and the drawbridge opening. At that time, I didn't know that that tower had the drawbridge mechanism either. Now I do know that. Okay, let's go. Let's get these. Go up the stairs to the front rampart. Okay. Excuse me. Yeah.
Godwin, over here! Get up there quick! We have to repel them!
Okay, I'm going up there.
Shoot him!
Damn it! What is wrong with me?
I'll knock it down!
Okay, yeah, knock. You're not. You are knocking it down. Godwin, you are drunk, is it? Oh, I got him. Nice. I need to get the archer, otherwise I'm going to get shot. I hope I'm not going to get shot. I got another guy. Nice.
You're not up to it!
I need to get this guy. Damn it. Got him. Nice. Who else is there? Damn it. Okay, I have to go downstairs.
More archers! Godwin! Get over here with that cross! Join the line! Die! Return fire! What the fuck are you waiting for?
Okay, got one guy. I guess I should stand behind this brother of mine before shooting. Got one guy. Nice. That worked. That worked for sure. Okay, fine. Should I go back up? Okay. I have drawn my sword and I'm following you. High neck, come on. We'll go and kill them. My god, who the hell? Okay, got him. Okay. Okay, I think I have to get rid of the ladders. One down. Oh, only one. Okay, nice. And the cutscene starts. Excellent. Hey Gaurang, I just started. We are replaying the prologue. I just started just now, and essentially we are replaying the entirety of the prologue. I basically gave a recap of what happened yesterday because of that 5-hour stream. So it took some time, and then I started. I guess Hans is about to get shot now. There he goes. Got him. Buddy.
Fuck. I've been hit.
Like, don't poke at it.
Aventus Fortuna Juvat.
Oh, Dentes Fortuna, fucking you, vat.
The absolute record scratch moment of this game. Hans was supposedly the best archer. Yeah, but he's using a crossbow oddly enough. He should be using a regular bow, right?
The most adventure I was expecting was a fuck or two.
Man makes plans, and God laughs. And I should be home now, preaching to village crones about Jesus, and boozing in the tavern.
Is that how you speak on the pulpit too?
Yeah. That's probably why they kicked me off of it.
Crossbows are more like noble weapons, so I guess it makes sense. Is it? Possibly. I think in India it was the other way around.
Maybe God is having a laugh at our expense.
Well, crossbows were not there, so I guess
I know of no better fun.
it was all bows. But bows were definitely noble weapons. More so than melee.
I was still standing.
Alright, let's go. It's terribly slow. Yeah, that it is. Takes a long time to load. How come there are still so many defenders alive? I can't believe that. Oh, they have gotten inside. They have gotten inside. Damn it. It's done.
Portcullis is going up! Fall back! To the tower!
Fall back.
To the tower!
Okay. Everything is done for. Guys, you need to fall back to the tower. No? By the way, I tried going back, but I don't have a good enough save. I would have had to go all the way back before the Italian court heist. So I couldn't... it didn't make sense to replay that much. Plus anyway, my romance is all fucked up, so I'm like, let it be. This is not the most perfect playthrough. Not by a long shot. Alright. Still holding off though, crazy. I thought they would surrender at that point, but apparently they are not. Oh, it's pretty good, I'd say. Yeah, it was a decent playthrough, but I messed up in a few serious areas. Is that his wife or his daughter? I don't even remember seeing any wife or daughter. Finally they have one. So they are clearing the camp. One lone horseman. Finally, Henry's back. The ride of the Rohirrim. Amazing. I think a bit too late, but so long as they are still alive, right? Henry. This is Henry of fucking Scarlets.
Stinks like a festering wound here.
Oh no, that's not Henry. That's his dad, I think.
It's time to heal that wound. Once and for all.
That is why we're here. Isn't it, youngster?
Henry's there with all these guys. Come on,
Let's not
quick.
waste time. We'll end it. Here and now.
The siege of Sugdol. Jobst, Raditz, Radzig, sorry, not Raditz. Radzig,
Hey.
Perkstein, and Henry.
Look at them! The Prague lords who bent their knees to Sigismund. And even after he fled our country, they carried on plundering our lands, invading, killing, raping, spilling the blood of their fellow countrymen for a foreign usurper. Should they get away with it? Traitor! Good coats! The time has come to put a stop to them forever! To sweep them off our land! Fight them! Hunt that rabble back to Prague in the name of King Wenceslas!
War speech. Getting everybody riled up to go and murder their enemies. If you keep shouting, guys, it's not going to help. They are almost inside. They are running away. Who the hell is even leading these guys? We killed Brahma and one of it's probably died. I think it's about Dread. It is. Yeah, the hold did not work. You don't stop a cavalry charge like that.
Quickly! Seize the outer building!
Ooh. Buddy, Henry, you are not careful. Oh, nice. I guess I should put down my helmet. Nice. Okay, that was good. That was a fucking good cutscene. Nice. That's what we are looking for. Okay. Okay, one down. Two down. Okay. Three down. Four down. Five down. Six down. Seven. Eight. No? 8. Can I get 10? 9. Who else is there? Oh, damn it. Just stopped me short of 10.
Henry, come with me. We'll climb up and raise the portcullis.
Okay, let's go. Ah, there is a ladder here. I can't use the ladder right now. Why? Why am I so heavy? What the hell is going on? You can't. Let's go. I have to get rid of 50. I have access to my horse, so hold on. I can get rid of everything that is on me which is too heavy. Am I wearing my current chest plate or is it a different one? I'm wearing a... Okay. That does it. Good. Yo. They changed your outfit for the cutscene. Yeah. They keep adding new outfits. That's the problem. I'm okay with that, but it causes this problem where you become overweight. Oh, okay. He killed that guy. Crazy. Okay. Why the hell did it not work? I was supposed to do a master strike.
No chance. Fuck you. No chance. I've been waiting for you.
Okay, crazy. Dead. It was not too tough. Just the fact that I got... I don't know, the master strike didn't work. The initial master strike should have worked. But for whatever reason, it did not. And then he ended up getting the better of me. This is a problem. I don't have a good way to heal myself without becoming overfed. Now I'm overfed.
The portcullis is up. Now we'll finish off the rest in the courtyard.
Okay. Okay, dead. Dead. Damn it. Okay, dead. 3 down. Courtyard. I have to go down from here, I guess. Oh, there's a guy here. Oh, he has a fast sword. Okay, I have to be careful. Buddy, come. Okay, done. I guess I go downstairs and get out. Hey, that's Hans. Done. I got my own guy, I think. Oh, dead. Okay, everybody's dead. Nice! Finally. Everybody survived, I hope. Who was supposed to survive. Hans is there, so we are good. They should rename that funny helmet to Penguin. Oh, Jishka is still alive. Nice.
Took your sweet time.
Oh, you know our Henry.
Godwin is still there.
No doubt
Okay.
stopped off along the way for a beer and some grub.
As it happens.
I'll take that.
Nice work, youngster.
Welcome back, Henry.
alive and well.
Well, did I come at a bad time?
Well, we're just starting to be fun. When you lot turn up and scatter them.
They changed your outfit for. Talk to him, he'll know you.
If you got any more like this.
Oh, I missed that. I didn't realize I had to talk to this guy. Okay, crazy. Was that the guy I fought and who got a good hit on me?
Delivering that letter turned out to be a bit bothersome, eh?
The one you fought at the rampart. Yeah. I think I missed your message. I was focused on the
Glad you're
fight.
still in one piece, Hans.
Likewise.
Good God, what carnage!
Sir Peter, praise the Lord you're alive.
You have no idea how pleased I am to see you, Hanush.
You can celebrate. The Pragas are fleeing for their lives.
What is there to celebrate? They destroyed my fortress and they stole whatever they could, including that accursed silver of yours. So much suffering, and for nothing.
Chin up! Could have turned out a lot worse. We put you in an unenviable bind, Sir Peter. I'm extremely grateful for the way you behaved. That goes for all of you. You showed great courage and determination. I'm proud to have been your commander in this uneven fight. And to you, Sir Hanush, I say thank you for saving us in the nick of time.
You have nothing to thank anyone for. You're the heroes here. You withstood the attack of the enemy, who outnumbered you in arms and numbers. You didn't give up under any circumstances. Not even hunger broke you. But talking of hunger, we have food enough for everyone. It's time to feast and celebrate.
Finally.
Thank you for these gifts, sir. And you, Henry, risked your life to rescue us. That's what I call heroism.
It wasn't just me. You would have done the same. It was my pleasure.
Well, it wasn't just me. Samuel was the first to volunteer.
If it weren't for Henry, I certainly wouldn't be here with you. Learn to accept praise for once, Porter. You deserve it.
You both deserve it. Lord Hanush, will you drink to victory with us?
I'd like to, but I can't. I have to set off back to Rattay today. I actually only came to give you my greetings. And my farewells.
You really can't stay. Some rooms are still in good condition. I'd be glad to honor you with what I can.
I'm afraid not, Sir Peter. Some other time, maybe. I've been away from home too long, and I'm needed there.
It's a bit weird that
Before I go,
Pisek never
I need to speak to the young lord
decides to
here,
put on some armor.
alone.
Talk to me. What about?
You most likely don't even realize how much your situation has changed. And how your importance has grown.
My importance? How do you mean?
Patience. All in good time. Henry, you're a blacksmith's boy. Do you think you could give me some advice?
Advice about what, sir?
I had a new sword made in Summerpish before we left, and I thought I'd try it out. But those proud fuckers all wore heavy armor. One battle and the blade's like a saw. The blacksmith swore he made it from the best steel. Look at it. I get the feeling he lied to me.
I can make a new one. Inspect the sword. Do you want the sword sharp and sort it out with him? Okay. Sort it out with him. Why would I say sort it out with him?
You're right. It's nicely ornamented, that's true. I can't see any folded steel. No doubt the blacksmith thought the sword was only for display in a banqueting hall.
That damned swindler. He'll see. He'll repay every last groschen. Thanks, Henry. You're a credit to your trade. And no word of a lie.
You should punish him. You should forgive him. Do you want the sword sharpened? Let's forget about the sword.
Do you want the sword sharpened?
Well, I originally wanted to shove it up the swindler's ass. But I can probably do that anyway. And traveling through the countryside with a blunt sword could be a mistake. Will you take care of it?
Get someone else to sharpen it. It won't be for free.
Of course,
Okay.
sir.
Excellent. I'd be grateful.
What kind of options
And then I need to discuss
am I getting?
something important with you. It's about hands. Once you're finished, come and join us by the horses in front of the gate. And no eavesdropping. Some things are not for your ears.
Henry, come and see me too. I want to talk to you.
Are you injured? I could take a look.
Let him catch his breath, for Christ's sake. He just needs to eat and drink his fill. He's one of us now. Another hungry wolf from the devil's pack.
Go with God, friends. I hope we will meet again.
Farewell, Hanush. God bless you.
Come with me, Hans. Let's not lose a moment.
Okay, crazy.
Used to be. One battle
I should bathe. I'm going to change my clothing for the final set of discussions. Let's meet Catherine first, lol. I have Hanush's sword, okay. Hold on, first let me swap to my clothing. Milanese, Gutenberg, Nuremberg, Gutenberg. This outfit looks good, to be honest. Too generic. Doesn't make Henry stand out. By the way, which one is this? Okay. Oh, it's the one. Oh, okay. It replaced my standard outfit. By the way, you'll be happy. I got the brocade hood from this guy, right? The black brocade hood. I think that's a unique one from Von Olitz. That should make you happy. Yeah, I can use it. Yep. How come these are not odd? They should be there on my first setup, but they are not for whatever reason. So many Nurembergs. Oh, is this the black one or is this the black one? Wrong one. I should check these out actually. Let's see how they look. Maybe not as black on the Gutenberg plates. Yeah, I think they are a bit lighter. I like the long 4-point better, to be honest. Better than which one, sorry? Noble's quilted hose. Okay, I think I am set up. I need to put some jewelry on myself as well. Solid gold ring and golden cross with pearls. Better than the noble gambeson. Oh, okay. It looks a bit fat if you just wear it by itself. I'll show you. So if I use the black 4-point, right? Look at this. You see that bulge at the stomach? That's not there with the Noble's Gambeson. It's much flatter. So even if it does look better, I don't disagree with that. The fit is not as good as the Noble's Gambeson. And I think that becomes obvious when you are in a cutscene. Anyway, I think this one is set up. So I should set up the other one, I guess. Brocade hood. That will put on the main setup, I guess. First, let me put everything on. 1, 2. Ah, right. I was using the noble kaftan here. I remember. Okay, crazy. Everything is so damn dirty. Not bad, I guess. Not bad at all. The black works well with the rest. The rest of the outfit. Where is my padded trousers? Oh, they are all darkened. Okay, now I understand. Better? I'm not sure, just the hood goes well with a full set of armor. Somehow I'm not sold on it. I think what I should wear with this is a proper Waffenrock. Unfortunately, I don't have one. Do I have a Waffenrock which goes with this? This won't. Nope. I don't have a Waffenrock which goes with this. Yeah. In any case, it is what it is. Let me check how I'm looking. As if I'm fresh. Oh right, I wanted to check out the gloves as well. Yeah, the gloves are lighter. They are not as dark. Plus their trim is different colored.
That's a good.
I also like the new burger coat. Yeah, I don't think that looks that good. I just picked it up on a whim because I thought it might be unique. It's definitely better than the other burger coats, but it has that same problem, right? Its length is the problem. The coloring is fine. The fit is again a problem, in my opinion. So this is the one I should be wearing. No, this is the one. Which one is it? Damn it. Okay. We wear that in my next outfit. Somehow you like men in skirts. I don't. Okay, I think this is what we'll wear for the end of this. Okay, where is Catherine? I don't see Catherine. And who the hell are these guys? Random soldiers. Okay, fine. I can't pick up anything, by the way. Do I speak to Zhishka? Let's go in armor. The armor is too dirty. I don't want to go in that. I look like shit in armor. Look. Look at the legs. Even the hauberk is super dirty. How am I supposed to clean it? There is nothing to clean it with. Otherwise, I don't mind going in armor. But if there should be something to clean it with, right? It's very dirty. Who the hell is this? Some random soldier. Okay, crazy. Musa is still alive. Wash yourself. Washing myself doesn't work with inherent dirty armor, I think. Let me check. I guess it will get rid of some dirt, but most of it stays on. I can't even wash myself. I can't. This is inherent dirt, so I can't wash myself. It's naturally that dirty because I haven't used a soap to clean it. Never mind. Exactly. So yeah, we will start as you said with Catherine.
Catherine, you alright?
I'm all right. Oh, thank God you came back safe and sound.
She doesn't look like she has been in a
Said I
siege.
would, didn't I?
We both know it could have ended badly.
Yeah,
No,
stop
it
crying
couldn't.
about it.
I gave you my word, and I keep my word.
You liar.
I wanted you to be at least slightly happy. Are you happy?
I can never be happy again.
Okay, she seriously is just
Just isn't
gonna
possible.
keep crying.
There are things you can never unsee.
I know what you mean. But try to stop looking back. Look forwards.
If only I could.
You can. And admit it.
Not the
You're
time or
happier than you
place,
were
Catherine.
yesterday.
Not the time or place
Just a little. But
to
you
feel
are,
sorry for yourself.
aren't you?
I am.
You see?
There are so many
Yes,
dead
we
people
chased
here.
those bastards away.
Thank you for that farewell. What were the last few days like for you? I killed Brahma. What's your plan now? Okay, crazy.
Well, the last few days here in the fortress must have been awful. How did you get through them?
The same as everyone else, I suppose. I just try to stay alive. We got hungrier and hungrier. But you forget about that after a while. You even get kind of used to seeing death.
First one, I think, will
The worst
end
thing
the
was
dialogues,
the
right?
fear.
I need to select everything else, then
I'd
check
never
the
see
first
you
one.
again.
I killed Brahma.
Killed Brabant.
Good.
Good.
It's good he paid for what he did. It's good he can't harm anyone again. But I'm sad for every horrible deed we do to put right other horrible deeds. It's wrong. Even so, I think there was no other option.
You're right. You have no idea how right you are.
Okay.
I wanted to tell you that, you're one of the bravest women I ever met.
Oh, come now.
No, it's true.
It's actually true, yeah.
After all you've been through, never complained. And everything you've done for us, we couldn't have done it without you. I wouldn't be able to.
She's been there in the games right since the
Thank
prologue.
you. And I hope you'll get to know peace now.
Technically, Jiska has also been there, but
deserve
we didn't
it.
know it was Jiska.
What's come over you? Nobody ever said anything like that to me.
They should have, though.
Thank you. What did you mean, one of the bravest? Who else did you have in mind?
Rosa.
Someone from back home.
Oh, okay. Not
I
Rosa.
think you'd like her. I'll tell you about her one day. What's your plan now?
Now? The simple things in life. A long bath, a good meal, brush my hair.
I need all that as well. I was talking about the...
Yeah, he's talking about Teresa from the first game, I guess.
Us.
Us? Who knows? Maybe it would be good to have someone to hold me again when I go to sleep. But
She
I
saved him
fall
from
into
humans?
dreams.
Okay.
They hardly ever come true.
What if they came true this time?
We'll see. Let it surprise me.
Thank you for the evening before my departure.
You don't say thank you for that.
I was afraid. I thought it was the end.
So did I.
You lied to me.
Just a bit.
I'm not angry. It was nice.
I needed someone to share my burden.
Hey, I don't remember getting a
So
buff
did I.
from that. Did I get a buff
Let's
from
not
that?
talk about it.
I feel like I didn't get a buff from that.
I have to go and see Hanush now.
So I heard. Farewell for now, Henry.
Okay. Samuel has a dialogue. Buddy, are you hungry?
Here you go. Take it.
Okay. Everybody else is going to be so angry with me for doing that. Mutt. Hello? Mutt. Really, Mutt?
Aye, aye.
Finally.
Silly doggy.
Okay. Let's talk to Samuel.
So, we made it, Sam.
Aye, we made it. But only just in time. And we lost the silver. That's what pisses me off the most.
I'm not exactly delighted either. But that's not why we did it. And we're alive.
That's true. But it could have gone very differently. I'm in your debt, Bruder. I'll never forget this.
What debt? You're my brother.
It's better that the silver's gone. Brabant's dead. What will we do now? He knows Brabant's dead. I killed him in front of him. What the hell?
Brabant is dead.
Genau. Though it's a huge pity I couldn't help you and could only watch. I still don't understand how anyone could have deceived me like that. Such a liar. It should have been obvious what he was like. Justice was done. Borech Hashem.
What will you do now?
My mother in Colleen and all the others will need me. We'll make a new start there. And that'll be a lot of work. I don't know if anyone will return to Kuttenberg.
What about the Devil's Pack?
That was great. If you can call what we went through great. But I'm neither a warrior, nor a mercenary.
What do you plan to do in Colleen?
Whatever's necessary. The same as in Kuttenberg, most likely.
Apparently, if you spare Brabant, he alerts the guards.
Because there will always
Is
be
it?
some who want to put them down.
Oh, by the way, I figured out a good route. Apparently, we missed a shrub, which was through which you could go and cross into the next courtyard. That shortens the path to the horses considerably. Maybe it's better that the silver's gone.
Well, they took our silver. But maybe it's better that way. Fortunes lead to bad blood.
Well, I'd prefer if the Geld was in good hands. It could have helped. The king, our people, your people. But now the Prague rabble are going to share it. You're right, though. Maybe they'll quarrel over it and cut each other's throats.
I have to go now, Sam. Take care.
Sei gesund, sir.
Interesting. Maid Susanna. Wasn't Pisek holding on to that maid? I don't know. I also... there was one more thing that I wanted to mention. Yeah, you were mentioning yesterday that I should unlock that particular option, right, on my stream so that people can clip things. So that option is unlocked. I checked and it is unlocked. So anybody who joins the stream is able to take clips or make clips basically and then post them. I'm also planning to maybe create a Discord group because I think everybody keeps asking me, right, what's the Discord? I think they're referring to not my own Discord but the channel's Discord. So I'll probably create a Discord. I'll add you to it as well, if that's okay with you. And that way, in case I'm getting delayed or if I'm not going to stream on some days, I can mention it there. You will... Mikesh survived? Crazy. Okay. But yeah, then you could have... you could know about it basically. Hey Zhishka, what's up?
Zhizka?
Henry, I'm glad you found the time.
What did you want to talk to me about?
About your future. I've commanded countless men. And no doubt I'll command
I have like 2-3
more.
Discord IDs.
But
We'll have to find the right one.
You have something the
Makes
others
sense.
didn't. The heart of a
Whatever
real
works
warrior.
for you.
I know you're still in the service of Lord Perkstein and have duties to carry out in that regard, but I wanted to tell you, if that ever changed, I would be honored if you stood by my side as my right-hand man.
I too would be honored. I have to stay with cap on. Let's see how things turn out. Okay. Zhishka wants me to be his right-hand man. Okay. I don't know what to answer him right now. I think I'm going to say let's see how things turn out.
Well, Let's see how things turn out.
Of course. We'll see what the future brings.
Talk to your brothers in arms. Yeah, third one. I heard we lost the silver. I killed Brahma. Okay, let's start with the basics. First, let me ask him about the battle, though.
What did you think of the final battle?
Nothing. I didn't see much of it. But even through the fortress walls, I could hear they didn't have a chance against you.
You could tell that by what you heard.
I hear the grass grow. I can find my way just by listening, with eyes closed if necessary. That comes in very handy when you're captured and blindfolded.
Okay.
I found Brabant in the camp. He was torturing Sam. I killed him.
I'm glad you did. I haven't been betrayed like that for ages. Such a buffoon. I never realized what he was really like. Oh well, a lesson learned. At least he can no longer deceive anyone like he did us. After what he did to Ada, that's all he deserved.
I hear we lost the silver.
They got to it yesterday. If only you'd arrived one day sooner. What can we do? I reckon God wanted us to stay poor. We'll have to look for a way to make a living like we used to.
What are your plans now?
Now? Let's celebrate our victory properly. Then we'll go back to the Devil's Den and get some rest. I'll leave any further negotiations to Jobst and Radzig. But it's not over yet. The King and Prokop of Luxembourg are still prisoners, and it's hard to say whether Sigismund will want to release them. Maybe we'll have more work to do. That's why I'd like to have you close by.
I don't get the whole plot point about us not having the silver. That doesn't... as in, I don't even know then it makes sense that we ended up having this battle at Sugdal, right? It's not like any key commanders of the opponent were killed, other than the ones that we killed. That is Von Olitz and Brabant. And the loss in men, I'm not sure that's a loss for Sigismund or if it's a loss for
It's all right.
Bohemia.
You'll be fine.
So yeah, I'm not sure, to be frank. Who else am I supposed to talk to? Oh, I have to hone Hanush's sword, right? Right you are. Yeah, it's not the best outcome. Yeah, it's kind of weird, right? The fact that they could get to the silver is also a bit odd to me, because they didn't get into the castle yesterday, they got into it today. So the fact that they could get to the silver yesterday seems very odd. As in, carrying it away is not going to be something simple. It was a lot of heavy load, but it's better than having all people killed. Yeah, that's for sure, obviously.
That should do it.
My point is that it doesn't make sense the way that they set it up. I think it would have made more sense if, say, this siege of the tower had been longer. Basically, they could have made it a bit more sensible. I think they took most of it, not all of it. Yeah. As in, if the whole purpose is to basically, of the fight is to hold on to the silver, then it seems odd that these guys left the silver outside and not didn't keep it in the tower. It was over a month. What was over a month? He said it. They took it yesterday, right? Shishka said if we had come in a day earlier, then they would have... Oh, you're talking about the siege lasted over a month. Yeah. 25 days and then a few more. I'm just thinking about the silver, that doesn't make sense. That they did not move it inside when they knew that things were about to go south. The whole point of the negotiation was all about the silver, right? Once the attackers got hands on the silver, there was no reason for them to keep anybody alive anyway. So it would have been a point of negotiation. It doesn't seem right that it was given away so easily. And it was...
No, repairing this is beyond my means.
Pisak is going crazy by the damage. Can we talk? I can't, okay. Hey, this guy is actually lootable. Interesting. I'll need time to get back my food stores. It wasn't given away, they took it. Yeah, in the sense, it should have been kept inside the main tower, right? Then they wouldn't have had a chance to take it. For some reason, it was stored in a place from which they could take it even before the fortress completely fell, which is what I find to be very odd. Where are these guys? As in, if you were in Zhishka's place, would you have allowed the silver to be placed in a situation, or not in situation, at a location which was more easily accessible than I mean, they probably didn't get the time. They would have known that things might go to that point much earlier, right? In fact, they knew it, hence they sent out Henry in the first place. All the men were defending. Yeah, that was as in the silver is important, right? It's the defense, so they would get time to sleep or to do whatever. There would be some lulls in battle. It isn't a 24/7 thing. That's my point. If it was, these guys wouldn't have lasted anyway. At night, at some point in time, they could have carted the silver upstairs. It just seems odd to me that such a important point of negotiation was just given away like that. Who the hell is this? Okay, I think I should kill him. Can I kill him? I can't. Crazy. The reason I wanted to kill my own soldier is because you look at his entire set. It's actually a fully matching piece of armor, including the Italian bassinet. Bloody hell. Noble's armor set with Nuremberg gauntlets and arms. Noble's... Is it Noble's legs or is it... Yeah, I don't know what the legs are. I know that's my soldier. But I wanted to kill him because I want that kind of a matching armor. I don't have a single set like that. And this guy gets to run around with a fully matching set of armor. It's unbelievable. Although his legs are not Noble's legs, I think. Damn. Anyway, I think we have wasted enough time. Let's go and... Oh, is that Hanush? Okay.
Let's drop it now. You achieved a lot. You clearly fought like a lion.
Glad you noticed.
In any case, you had your fair share of adventures.
Yet you still
maybe Milanese? Yeah, possibly. Either Milanese or... it's not clear actually. I was trying to look at what it is. Hold on. Hold on. I think it's nobles, but all black. The look seems to be the same. The nobles without the brass lining. What does the quest log say, by the way? Give the sword back to Hanush.
Henry, have you sharpened my sword? Come here then.
Here I am, sir.
It's not black.
Let's
Yeah, it's the
take a
blue
look at
version.
it.
It's not the black version. But it's all matching blue, right? I don't have a fully matching blue set.
Good work, Henry. You're a blacksmith through and through.
Thanks, sir.
So now, to the reason I wanted to talk to you. As you no doubt know, there's a big change in store for Hans. He's getting married.
He has to get married.
Has to, wants to, it doesn't matter. He's going to. As you can see, he's none too pleased.
He'll get used to it. I'm not surprised. My god, Henry's like, he's not giving Hans any respect here. In either situation. I'm going to go with the second one.
Nah, he'll get used to it in time.
Thanks a lot.
That's just what I've been telling him. It's clear that if it were up to him, he'd keep putting off the wedding
First
in
one.
the hope I'd change my mind. But I
Both are
won't.
equally bad.
I've given my word to Lord Botsek of Kunstad, and I don't break my word. So your job, Henry, when the time comes, is to make sure the wedding actually takes place. And if our young lord refuses, you have my permission to drag him kicking and screaming to the altar if need be.
Crazy.
After all, who else should take care of him other than the young lord's squire, eh?
That's right. Don't force him. Couldn't someone else do it? Okay. I'll go with that's right. Hans is going to get married. That was my plan all along. Well, technically it's Godwin's plan, but yeah. There's some fourth wall break from the outside, but it's basically my plan.
That's right.
Second
Who
one.
else? I'll make sure he doesn't run away or something.
Excellent. Agreed.
Hans is going to be so pissed
When
off.
is it supposed to happen?
You'll find out in good time. In the meantime, stay in these parts till Butchek and I arrange all the details with Herald.
I thought we were going back to Rasai.
We'd just be losing time. I'll give you coin so you can find decent quarters and have enough to live on. Radzig also agrees you'll stay with Capon as his right-hand man.
All right. Where is my father, in fact?
Somewhere in the fields outside the village. He took his unit to rout the last of the Pragas. They should be back around now, I reckon. You can go to meet him. He'll definitely be pleased to see you. He'll want to hear how you fared today. And he won't be disappointed if you ask me.
Yeah, I killed more than 10 people.
Go with God then.
And some important guy whom I didn't talk to at all. What the hell is wrong with my dog? Bloody hell. I'm just trying to piss off Hans because I find it funny that he has to get married even though he doesn't want to. Plus the fact that it's my plan all along. Let's see if he is angry or if he's willing to talk. Oh, he's willing to
Looks
talk.
like Hanush is serious about the wedding.
Oh, bloody Hanush.
What did Hanish talk to you about? What are we going to do about the wedding? What were the last 2 days like? We lost the silver, I killed Rava. What are your plans now? Okay?
What was it like before we turned up? Must have been hard.
It was fucked up. I was hit by an arrow. And then, we were just stuck in the fortress with no food. But you know what? I didn't even remember Nabokov. That escape through the crypt from the Italian court cured me.
We're glad to hear it.
It says
Right,
find
in the
Mark
nick of time, in any
Olitz in the camp. Oh, I didn't see that. I guess his dead body should be there now. We lost the silver. What about your injury?
What
Yeah.
about your injury? You said you got hit.
Godwin pulled the arrow out straight away. It didn't go in too deep, thankfully. I was wearing armor, and in the fray, I didn't even think of it. It's only starting to hurt now, in fact.
You'll be all right.
Of course I'll be alright. What do you mean?
I found Brabant in the camp.
Brabant? What? I thought he turned tail. That would have been just like him.
I suppose he really cared about the silver.
And? What happened?
He caught Sam. He was going to kill him. I finished him.
Oh, I hope he suffered.
And he begged, whined, whimpered.
I hope Ada enjoyed looking down on that.
I hope so too. We lost the silver.
We lost all the silver.
We couldn't save it. As soon as they got into the courtyard and basement, it was clear we'd lose it. But money isn't everything. We're alive. Sigismund is fucked. We won.
I don't accept that. I can't. What was the whole point of the end game if not to get that silver? I guess it was to keep it away from Sigismund, but yeah. Somehow it ending up with some Pragas. So probably the Pragas were supposed to take the silver and go to Sigismund anyway. So this just means that Sigismund got all the silver? I don't know. It's very odd. What did Hanush talk to you about? What are you going to do about the wedding? It was to drive Sigismund out. Yeah, that I agree, but he got driven out because he didn't have access to the silver. He sent the Pragas to get the silver, but he thought it was a far-fetched scheme, considering that Sugdal is a strong fortress and that Jobst might come supporting the defenders. But in the end, he still got his hands on it, or at least his men did. More like the Pragas got the payment. I think it was a lot more silver than just their payment. Otherwise, it wouldn't have made sense, right? Ultimately, the big bosses are supposed to make a lot of money. That's why they are putting all their men at risk. The silver was to pay them. That was a part of it, right? What did Hanush talk to you about? What are we going to do about the wedding? What are your plans now?
What did Hanush talk to you about?
Various things. You don't need to know everything, Henry.
Don't tell me then. Okay. I can try the hard option.
Come on. You can tell me. You know you've always been able to rely on me. Now, maybe we've had the odd quarrel, but that's water under the bridge now. Your secret's safe with me.
Secret? Ugh, I don't know if you can call it a secret. I'd say it's already the talk of the town in Ratai. Hanush told me he has no intention of handing over what's mine. Not until I get married, at least.
Wasn't he supposed to hand it over when you reach maturity? No strings attached?
Yes, he was. And I'm not happy. But what can I do? Have him dragged before the king's court? Either I fulfill his condition, or I force him to drop it. Oh, I have to think this through.
So you have to get married. Simple.
What are we going to do about the wedding?
What can we do? Nothing. You heard what Hanush said. He doesn't want anyone to accuse him of not keeping his word. He promised Bocek he'd marry me to his niece, so that's what he's going to do. And that really fucking annoys me. I'm still young. I want to have fun. And instead of that, I have to marry some wench I've never seen. Also, she's bound to be ugly. She'd have been married off ages ago otherwise. Damn it!
I wouldn't be so pessimistic.
Aye. But on the other hand, she's rich.
Yeah, maybe she'll be pretty as well.
No chance. I'm not that lucky. I've been thinking, though. If I get married and have a son, I'll name him after you.
Oh.
After me?
Heinrich.
In German?
Ah, you see, it's in fashion at court these days. And what have you got to complain about? You should be pleased. Or would you rather I name him Vakalin?
No, I'm pleased. Honestly. I hope he turns out to be a great man.
Of course he will. He'll take after me. He'll perform great deeds, you can be sure of that.
Okay, what are your plans now?
Plans now?
I'm in no hurry for the courtship, believe you me. I'm going to hole up somewhere, at the Devil's Den, say, and I'll have fun while I can. And when the time comes and Hanush summons me for the courtship, I'll send a message saying I'm seriously ill.
Do you think he'll fall for it?
I'm sure he will the first time. Then we'll see.
You could do something that makes Yitka not want you.
Good idea.
I'll have to be on my way. Stay strong.
I will. Send my regards to Radzik.
Okay. That's the last person. Now I can go. Phantom, it has been a long time. I have missed you. Sukdol. So many killed. Oh, this was where we charged at them and took them out. Find one olives? Yeah. He's over here, right? One olives. Maybe I can... oh, I don't think this is the right one. A peaceful town, look at the mess. Yeah. I'm not happy with what they did to Sukdol, to be frank. I like the town. I was hoping that we could at least save one bloody town, but no. Not a single town survives.
The Prague's dead commander is inside. I've had a message sent to Yost, so don't worry about it.
I know. I left him to die. Where's the bloody dead commander? Hello? He's not here. Oh, he died on his bed. Interesting.
You see? Nobody took care of you. Now you lie here, abandoned and defeated. I can't believe I used to be afraid of you. And that you haunted me in my nightmares. Maybe you thought you were only doing your job. That you were on the right side. But that doesn't matter now. Farewell forever. Markvart.
Let's rob him. Can we rob him? I don't think we can. I was hoping we could, but apparently we can't. And which is unfortunate, by the way. Yeah, the soldiers would have not left anything of value here. Well, technically I didn't leave much of value here before I ran from here, so I guess it makes sense. That's the same set of food that I originally took. Okay, one olive is done. That almost looked like Henry for a moment. Ah, cutscene. The aftermath of a battle. How did the Praggers come out on this side again? This is where we charged down from. There were no Praggers originally here. How did they manage to run in this direction again? It makes sense. Those are our body looties. Ah, Radzik Kabila's sword. Why does the game keep removing the... Yeah, it keeps removing the hood. I don't know why. Time to meet parents. Parent, right? Oh, okay. I think I'm nodding off. I already nodded off. Martin.
The story is
because it doesn't look nice. Yeah, apparently the game agrees with you there. I don't agree with it though.
So,
it looks really nice, in my opinion. Ah, mom and dad both. Are you at peace now? That's the question. I'm happy. I don't really know. I can't be happy. I think this is the answer. Even Von Ollitz was basically able to create a lot of doubts in Henry's mind. This is the good bad ending. Choose your words carefully, I guess. Is it? Yeah, I'm going to go with the middle one.
Happy? I don't really know. We may have won in the end, but the road to victory was hard.
So you realize the price you had to pay?
War is a dirty business. No one has the power to change that. I didn't understand that before. But I do now.
I know that feeling. I tried to tell you about it. But I reckon there are some things you've got to figure out for yourself.
For instance,
True enough.
revenge.
Should I have sat back and done nothing? After everything that happened?
Whatever you did, it was your decision.
It's right that you dealt with Istvan tough. To hell with the sword, but that bastard had it coming. But I'm a little afraid that revenge might have become the only thing you care about. Why dirty your hands with the likes of Brabant?
Oh, I was supposed to let him go?
We can't reproach him for that.
But sometimes it's better not to play by their rules.
I left Von Ollitz alive, right?
And turn the other cheek.
You're right. They deserved it.
You're right, Father. There was too much lust for revenge in me. To tell the truth, I'd rather just forget all about it.
Do you remember the advice I gave you the last time we were together?
I gave it to Von Ollitz as well.
How many people I kill? Because I can never change what happened. And you also asked if I feel better. To tell the truth, no. I don't.
Maybe you'll change your mind one day.
Maybe. In war, there are times when you only have bad choices and worse ones.
And still you managed to stay clean, Henry. You spared the innocent, even though it would have been easier to sacrifice them.
Oh, that's the choice of fighting Hinek, I think. I made the right decision. I made a mistake.
Malashov? Semyon? Innocent people shouldn't have to die. I'm glad I found the courage to defy orders.
All right. You avenged an evil act. But you behaved like a bandit.
When?
Plundering and robbing the poor. Oh, my son.
I'm sorry. But what was I supposed to do?
Whom did I rob and plunder? Is that all the thievery that I committed?
And fast, so I could stop the enemy. That was the quickest way.
Nothing's black and white.
I guess I have to repent again.
Tough decisions in life.
I'm going to get a milk toast ending. Neither good nor bad.
You're a hero. You saved your friends. Capon, Rosa, the Jews, the whole of Suchdol, and Samuel, your brother.
Not exactly.
What? Oh, okay.
True. Almost, brother. I'm glad you
that
two
way,
became
not
friends.
exactly. I was worried.
Why didn't you tell me about Samuel?
Because I didn't know. I just had an inkling. They took Sarah away on account of me, and I had no idea where to look for her.
You can be proud of him.
It seems this chapter of your life is over. You're a grown man now. What are you going to do?
I'll settle down and start a family. I'll settle down in the city and start a business. I'll live a life of adventure. I'll be a warrior. Technically, this is what I do in the DLC. But I think I'm going to be a warrior. Unfortunately, for all the time that you spend with Henry, he never really talks about what he wants to do after everything ends. Second one, settle down and start a business. Yeah, this is what we are doing in the DLC. Technically, I'm already doing it, so I'm not sure I want to say that. But assuming that the DLC hasn't ended yet, so yeah. He says he wants to be a blacksmith. Maybe. First one, I'll settle down and start a family. He says he wants to have a family. I don't think he has ever been explicit about anything. It's typically a choice that we have to take. Start a family. Yeah. Yeah, I think this seems reasonable though, because that's what everything has been leading up to. His revenge is done. His next thought should be to start his own family. I think, yeah, I'll go with the first one. Although second one also is pretty good. Romance option, is it? Maybe it is. Too bad for Rosa.
You were right back then. This life isn't for me. I'll settle down. Maybe start a family of my own. I've had enough adventure to last a lifetime. Besides, someone's got to rebuild Skalitz.
What? You want to go back home? And do you want to live alone?
Not alone. I said I want to start a family. What is it, Mom? Really?
I'll stay with Catherine. She needs me. We're like, me and her.
I hope you'll be happy with her.
She's old enough to be your mother.
Martin.
But that might not be a bad thing. Well,
damn it.
Whichever way
Martin had to say that. That just makes me feel worse that I...
Watch out for that Eric. I don't think he's going to forget you.
Eric is alive. Okay, I was wondering what happened to him.
I won't forget him
But
either.
yeah, Martin just scratched me on my sore spot regarding missing out on the romance with Rosa. Damn it. I think the only reason Catherine, or the only place where Catherine trumps Rosa, is that she has been in the story for much longer. Rosa would have been another option. Yeah. And I don't think Martin would have said she's too old, right?
Good luck.
I think Martin would have been happy if I was going to marry Rosa.
You don't need us anymore. You're all grown up.
I hope you'll give us lots of grandchildren.
Yes. Say yes, Henry. That's when you say yes. Okay? Finally letting go. This is the act of finally letting go. That's the good ending, is it? Nice. So I didn't screw it all up, ultimately. I thought I might have. I think I was supposed to spare Brahma for sure. Which is crazy, if you ask me. He's probably one of the few people who definitely deserves to die. Considering he murdered Adder in cold blood.
So, this time it seems it really is the end.
Father.
You did it. You got them. Toth, Van Owlitz. Even that damned scavenging ginger fox is gone. Your mother and Martin would surely be proud of you.
Perhaps. In a way.
Of course they would. You avenged them. You prevented a war, you saved a lot of people, and after all that you're still in one piece. That's not a bad performance for an ordinary bastard. You even succeeded in getting that adventurous sword of ours back.
I upgraded it as well, Redzig. You don't realize it. Do you know how much pressure I was under? I was worried I would screw it up.
started with this. Martin truly was a brilliant blacksmith. It sings so nicely.
I actually have a better sword. At least one that I like more. But this has sentimental value.
It's yours, son.
Oh, nice.
It's yours.
As you wish.
What? What? What?
So what happens now?
Now?
Why did Henry decline
Get on with life.
the sword?
Do you remember what I told you before? That there are some things in the world worth living for.
I think you get to upgrade it again now.
Warm sunshine, green grass.
I don't need to, right?
Beautiful girls, good wine,
good people, and a fine steed underneath your backside.
Enjoy it while you can. I can assure you nothing lasts forever.
True enough.
And if you're missing the excitement now, which I'm sure you are, you can be certain that it will find us itself someday. I believe that there are still interesting times ahead of us.
Nice.
By the way, that buxom lass that you were with?
What, Catherine? Come on. She's old enough to be my mother.
So what? I think you could do with a bit of mothering. Besides, a well-built lass like that she'll see you through the hardest of times.
Nice. Roll credits. So there is KCD3 basically. Yep, Eric would be the bad guy in it, I think. Some unresolved issues for sure. Warhorse Studios. I guess I can. So you weren't there earlier, right? When I streamed 3 games before this. I did Expedition 33. I did what was it? Wolong Fallen Dynasty, and I did Space Marines 2. So typically when I finish the game, I would go on a monologue of my thoughts regarding it. And I think this is the right time to do it for KCD 3 as well. So where to start, right? I thought the end was a bit rushed. It was, I guess. They could have dragged it on longer, but I think this is fine as well. As in, I didn't feel that it was too short either. I think the end was, as in, it wasn't as you can say as expansive as I thought it might be. Finally, it all boiled down to one siege of Sugdol, which seemed like a small-scale battle as compared to everything else that happened during the entire game, right? I was thinking it was leading up to Jobst and allies fighting Sigismund and allies in a field somewhere. Unfortunately in the sense, from a scale standpoint, that didn't come to pass. That would have been fun, being in the middle of a battle. But other than that, I'm okay with the ending. I think it was fine. Same here, yeah. It's I felt that that's what they were leading up to, and somehow they then switched it up. In a way, it makes sense as well. It makes it more real, I suppose, keeping with the rest of the game's theme of realism. But a big battle wouldn't have been completely out of place either. So yeah, it's I guess it's okay either way in a way. But I would have liked to see a big battle, that's for sure. And then, yeah, in terms of the overall game, right, I think so. The immersion of this game is something that I haven't experienced for a very long time. I have not been as immersed in a game probably since Skyrim, and that was a long, long time back. Most other games, there would be some things that would kick you out, right, of that immersion. But here it's actually the other way around. You have to eat, you have to sleep. I think that itself lends a lot of realism. But other than that, some of those mini tasks, especially the smithing, that was really nice. As making swords, although I would have liked if there was more to it, but that's just because I enjoyed that process so much. And the other mini game, the dice, I think was fine. It was nothing great. Once we got the right dice, it was simple enough. But yeah, as in overall, that added to the immersion. The world was very realistic, very uh, accurate historically, I believe, or at least it gave that feeling, right? So that also added a layer of immersion that I probably could have done better with, because I didn't read all the entries you get, right, for each of the different types of people that you meet, the groups, the political figures. So I think there is a lot of that lore that I didn't end up reading, which in many other games I do tend to read. I just felt that it was a bit too overwhelming in any case, and I didn't want to add that to my game playthrough. But otherwise, that would have definitely added to the immersion, I think. Then talking about the combat, I think that's the other part of it, right? And I think it's a hit and miss. The melee combat is something that I really enjoyed. In fact, that's why I ended up playing it, playing the tournaments so often, or just going and challenging folks for a practice duel, right? So the whole reason was because the combat was pretty enjoyable, especially the fact that you can do various combos and it's not so obvious. You have to have some timing, etc. Although it does devolve into being a bit too simplistic. I would have preferred if there were a few higher level skill expression opportunities, not just adding more people to fight you, but maybe in some other ways. But yeah, that's as in. Other than that, though, other than the melee combat, the ranged combat, I think I got a hang of it by the end, and it was okay. My big problem is how long it takes to switch between a ranged weapon and a melee weapon. Most of the times, I would say I died because I was stuck switching or trying to get my sword or get my other weapon. And that's and that in a way took the realism out of it for me as well, because in a real battle, if you have a sword holstered in your scabbard and you're holding a crossbow, you won't wait to put the crossbow back on your back, pick up the sword and then block, right? You'll just throw the crossbow away and pick up the sword. It won't take so long, basically. I think they should have given an option where you maybe hold X or hold square in order to just throw your ranged weapon and quickly catch your or get your melee weapon out in case you are getting attacked, and then you have to go and find that weapon later again. That I wouldn't have been averse to that, and I think that would have made a bit more sense than being stuck in the menu effectively. Good input, right? Yeah, that's one thing. The other thing is, which reminds me, the whole issue with people dropping their weapons and us needing to run around trying to find them, right? I think the whole looting system has to be reworked to make it better. And especially considering the amount of stuff we can loot, we can basically pick apart people completely, everything on their person as well as in their pouches. So in that sense, having just that weapon lying somewhere else was always frustrating, but also unnecessarily time consuming, right? So they should have ideally done something to work that. Realism, I don't mind the realism, but it's fine. As in, you have one menu to access everything. You might as well have another, as in the weapon also there, right? It's not going to change much. It's a quality of life thing, I would say. It's not like people don't lose their armor, some helmets don't fly off, nothing like that happens. So if you are going to say realism, I wouldn't, I would argue that there are other parts of a warrior's get up which would fly out as well, and none of them tend to do, but the weapon does. So yeah, it's a bit of an issue. They could have just made it easier to spot as well. I think that would have solved that problem, but that probably hurts the realism more than just keeping it as part of the person who is using it, their inventory. So when, like what happens when you stealthily kill somebody, right? They never get a chance to take the weapon out, and then you can grab it from them, from their inventory. I would have preferred that was continued. Although even if it was on the floor, it could appear more prominently. Yeah, that's the other option, as I said. But I think being visible very prominently would, as I said, make it less immersive as well. But yeah, those are the sort of two main things about combat. Otherwise, I think it was done pretty well. Especially, so I was a bit concerned about because, well, not very concerned, because Space Marines 2 was also a first-person game, and there was a level of melee combat to it. So I was sort of used to it, but I was still thinking that maybe the physics won't look good and it would somehow seem odd. But it ended up not being so bad. So yeah, I think overall I enjoyed it. Thirdly, I think there's a big thing to say about the customization, right? And the skills and perks. I think skills and perks are fine. I really don't have too many issues with them. Maybe the progression could have been delayed further, because I felt that I progressed all the way to the max level too early. Maybe they could have kept some skills to unlock right at the end. The graphics weren't the best, and too many bugs is another thing. Yeah, graphics wise, I think it's a stylistic thing as well, right? I think they're fine, if you ask me. The style is very, as in, it makes it very much look like we are in that era, in that particular region of Europe. And I think that's the main thing. Getting too high a fidelity and sort of, because this game is running on a console, for me at least, right? I wouldn't want to. In fact, I did not select the max graphical setting. I always keep it on performance, because I want the performance to not lag. And sometimes we did encounter that, right? In some cases. So that kind of a frame rate drop is what I don't like. So I'm okay with that. I think this was relatively well optimized as a game. But bugs, yeah, as in some of the bugs were a bit unfortunate. So from that standpoint, it's as in, I would prefer to see fewer bugs, but at the same time, I think it wasn't as bad as some other games I've heard about. Although maybe not as good as, say, the Dark Souls series, for instance. That is remarkably bug-free typically, especially after like patches worth 6 months, right? So yeah, still for the game of this scale, I think I'm reasonably fine with the performance. The bugs, graphics are also okay, more or less. What else I would say is that regarding the whole... Oh, okay. Let me take a break and see what happens.
I'm telling you, Dry Devil.
I generally liked how NPCs respond to your actions. Yeah.
I bet my right arm that, drunk as he is, he could still hit anything you care to point out. Remember Von Orlitz? Now, if you your right arm.
In fact, I will go further. Your neck. Your crossbow.
Come in, Rayon!
I heard about some William fellow who shot an apple off someone's head.
They are going to get themselves killed, aren't they?
At least take that.
Oh, come on.
Shut up! You're wasted. Never seen you this bad. Come on! Shut up!
This will go down in history.
That's dumb, yeah? That's what people do when they are drunk. They do dumb shit. Am I supposed to do anything here? I hope not.
Kinnick, you fucking moron!
That's how Zhishka loses his eye? Alright, crazy. Oh, this was a post-credit scene, I think. I didn't expect that. But right, so yeah, as I was saying, we'll get to the NPCs, but before that, I wanted to talk about the overall customization, right? And I hadn't played the first game, so I was overwhelmed with the amount of stuff that you can put on Henry. And yeah, that was, it did go down in history. Yep. It did. Zhishka was blind in one eye, I think. But yeah, the crazy thing is that I did not expect it to be so immersive in terms of, or not just immersive, but so deep in terms of the customization. And other than the perk setup, which we sort of went through by the time that we hit level 20 for any skill, I would have preferred if they had actually stretched it out all the way to 30. Other than that, I think the main set of armors and everything that you can wear, there was, as in, quite a lot. In a way, overwhelming, but in some other way, it was pretty amazing as well, right? The only problem which really annoys me is that there aren't full sets of armors. You have one or two pieces, and then you don't have similar pieces for the other parts. Either the shading is not matching, or the piece color is not matching, or the whatever other decoration is on that piece is not matching. That really pissed me off. So yeah, that is something they should address. I think there is no reason for there to not be full sets, especially at rank 3 when we are going through multiple sets of or multiple armorers, right, through Gutenberg. There's no reason that they can't create all the pieces of an armor. In fact, they're supposed to. That's how I think these things worked. So yeah, it's quite crazy that they decided that this was a good idea, and it really pissed me off. I can't believe it. I still can't believe it. You aren't the only one with regards to that, apparently. Yeah, nobody would like it, right? There's no reason to do it. It doesn't make any sense. It's just I don't know. It's not a decision I would ever see anybody making. Might as well keep every piece unique in that case, right? Let people mix and match. That is fine. But you can't have two pieces of an armor and then no more, or three pieces and no more. That's just asking to get pilloried by other people. But yeah, other than that, the actual customization was pretty good. I would say weapon-wise, maybe a bit more variety. Well, in the sense that you couldn't do riposts with axes, hammers. Especially axes, I don't think there is any sense not to be able to do riposts. Hammers as well, to a certain extent, I suppose you can. You should be able to do some other things. So not riposts, I suppose I'm talking about master strikes. But yeah, the actual riposts don't really mean anything in this game. So basically Master Strikes. Maybe they could have found a way, right, where you block with the hammer and then continue onwards with your blow. So that the fact that we don't have Master Strikes for unarmed combat, which is also very odd, considering that some skills actually talk about it. That also I didn't like. But otherwise, yeah, as in, I think it's pretty good. I don't think they had any major misses in terms of the armaments available in that era. The Master Strike is an actual sword fighting technique. I agree. I'm just saying that it, from a gameplay perspective, because there is no Master Strike for swords and axes, it becomes it makes them much weaker than swords, I would say. As in, people might say that yeah, they make armor feel like it's paper, but I don't think that means anything when you can't even get a hit in. The problem with axes and maces is that unless the opponent messes up, you are not going to get a hit in, right? So that's the issue. The other is pole axes, because they have that special quick thrust. It's still easier to catch opponents off guard. You can actually wait for the opponent to start swinging and then do the thrust and catch them off guard. So it's still better with them, and especially because if you space yourself out, the opponent also has to sort of close the distance, right, before the swing ends. So in that case, you are always able to catch them out. But it's just not possible with hammers and axes because of their short range, and because they don't have that kind of a thrust. So yeah, I think that there they could have figured out a way. Maybe in case of a shield and hammer and shield and axe, they could have given a shield riposte or a Master Strike, right? Which anyway we get with sword and shield. There's no reason for us to not get it with hammer and shield and axe and shield as well. Something like that. Plus, or if you are going to make it like that, at least have the ability to wield hammers and axes in two hands. Not really. Polearms was the least used weapon. People used heavier weapons very effectively. Yeah, I'm not saying people are not able to use it. I'm saying that, look, if the opponent is not wanting to get hit, if he's defending well, there is no way that you can actually hit him with an axe or a mace. In case of a sword, it's much easier because every time the opponent swings, you have a probability of catching him out with a Master Strike. Two hands, I agree with. Yeah, two hands is as in, it's semi-historically accurate, I would say, but it just feels better when you are two-handing a big, heavy weapon, right? So it's more about the feeling of how it sort of makes sense when you are fighting with it in a game. But yeah, I think the hammers and axes just worked because enemies tend to not always block. But maybe, for instance, this guy that we fought at the end, who was blocking almost every blow, he would have been very tough to fight with an axe and a mace. So yeah, I think Master Strike is definitely something that makes the sword much better, right? They used feints in that case. Yeah, but I can use feints with swords as well, right? My point is that because the weapons are inherently slow, even if you use a feint, people can look. The block button is the same, right? Whether I hit from the bottom, the top, the left, or right, the block and the parry button is the same. It's only when I need to do a Master Strike that I need to use the correct direction. So the feint doesn't really matter. I just need to time it correctly, that's all. Although they should have taught us to use feints better. Yeah, as in, I tried using feints quite a bit, with polearms especially, right? Because I couldn't seem to get a hit in. I didn't use heavy weapons as much, obviously. But with polearms, I tried feints quite a bit, and they worked sometimes. But in most cases, with polearms, it's still better to just thrust when you see the opponent swinging. With maces and axes, they might work, but again, as I said, the weapons are inherently slow, so your Feints would only work if the opponent tries to master strike you, and then obviously because of the feint messes it up. So otherwise it's just basically the opponent just has to wait longer, let you finish your move, and then block or parry, whatever. So yeah, I think they could have just figured out a better way to handle axes and maces. Two-handed handing would have definitely helped. Using a shield more effectively would have definitely helped. But yeah, the other thing is that I feel that swords are so the way they could have actually nerfed swords instead of nerfing maces and axes by not giving them an option to somehow block and get a hit in immediately afterwards, is to actually make swords brittle against armor, which would have been, I think, historically accurate, right? If I'm going to strike at a fully armored opponent with a sword, and if I don't use the correct part of the sword, if I say hit the opponent with the end of a long sword's blade, there is a possibility that it might bend or chip or just break. That kind of you can say, or the lack of that kind of a possibility made the swords much stronger than they should be against fully armored opponents. Against fully armored opponents, typically your maces and axes would have been much stronger, as they are, but not simply because they go through armor, but also because swords not only are slow to get through, but would break apart, right, in some cases. So yeah, that's in terms of the sort of options that you have. But in terms of the actual combat, so long as you are having a long sword in hand, it's as enjoyable as anything I've played for in a first person game as like that. So yeah, nothing to complain about there. What is the last thing? So the last thing is they are actually in game. Who are actually in game? Oh, Sigismund.
What
okay.
is it?
Sire, I bear news from the Italian court. There's been a robbery.
What?
Apparently Margrave Yob's people, they freed the hostages and stole all the silver and vanished.
All our silver?
All of it, but that's not all, sire. Word has come that Jobst is mustering an army and is planning to go to the aid of Kuttenberg.
Oh, that treacherous little whore. That snake. That fucking turncoat! Get out!
Does he want to die?
Are you still standing there?
Yeah, seriously.
Split it up!
Sire, Ladislaus of Naples, he's declared himself King of Hungary and lays claim to your lands. He landed at Zadar with an army.
Anything else?
Seriously.
Well,
that's just bad news over bad news.
Humans plundered the estates of the House of Wallstein. The widow Anna is demanding compensation.
Compensation?
I thought he would be fatter.
Compensation she wants. That little widow? And how are we supposed to pay that when there's no one even capable of guarding our treasury in the middle of fucking town? Anything else?
No, sire, that's all, sire.
Okay, this is also a post-credit scene, I think. Crazy. So this is how Sigismund takes the news.
Fucking
amazing.
Country!
There's a cat as well. Okay. Why is he crying? One knowledge. Oh, the king has clothed himself.
We're going back to Hungary. Get packed immediately and give the orders.
Sire, how am I to pay the wages of the Prague troops?
Do you know what happened to our silver from the Italian court?
I do.
Then fucking get it back! Give it to the Pragas for all we care. Do whatever you like with this accursed Czech silver.
But sire, I would need something to...
Okay. Apparently that's how it happened. So you're right. The silver was not supposed to do anything more. You have finished the main story of Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. Sugdal is liberated and the Wenceslas's forces under the command of Jobst of Luxembourg and Radzik Kobila march to Prague. Oh, they marched to Prague. Okay. The pro-Sigismund coalition has fallen apart and Otto von Burgos' Pragas are negotiating a truce. Together with Shishka's band, you are back in Devil's Den. If you wish, you can return to completing unfinished side quests and exploring the Kuttenberg and Trotsky regions. Alright. I do wish to do that. Main quest completed, Judgment Day. Interesting.
God bless you.
Do you want to keep your current equipment or put down the outfit you're wearing before? Keep. Nice. So right. I think now, yeah, the one thing that we didn't get a chance to discuss was the NPCs, right? So yeah, I agree with the original assessment you had, but only partially. I think while they react quite well, so it's down to the developers, right? I think in some cases they have really messed up, like the reactions of some people who seem to forget about Henry or having interacted with Henry earlier. Then some people just stop talking to Henry, like it happened with Pisek's brother, Christian Pisek. Some people suddenly turn hostile after you have finished a quest and are still standing inside their home after delivering whatever was the last item that you had to deliver. That really doesn't feel good, right? And yeah, as in, I think wherever they did not mess up, where they crafted that experience properly, it worked obviously. But there were a few glaring gaps in that. And I think in some quests where I ended up doing things out of order, those gaps became very prominent, I felt. So I think that part could have just been done better. They could have given more attention to it. But otherwise, yeah, as in, I wouldn't say that it's super exceptional. I think there are some other games who do this part better. For one, I would say, so I don't know, maybe I'm not remembering The Witcher too well, but I felt that The Witcher still accounted for most possibilities slightly better than what KCT2 does. So yeah, more like game bugs, I guess. Yeah, some are bugs for sure, but some are, I think, just sort of, as in, you have to handle each and every possibility, right? And in some cases, I think they've just missed those possibilities. So it's not even a bug, I would say. It's more like a possibility that they didn't think of. It's more like a gap in their testing, right? That Henry could have done something earlier and then talked to an NPC again for a different quest, and then the NPC is supposed to remember that happened, but sometimes they just miss that possibility, and the NPC obviously is then reacting as if that's the first time Henry is talking to him. So yeah, that's I think that's, as in, with enough testing and doing multiple playthroughs, these things can be caught. But obviously not all of them. But still, I think it was noticeable enough, and especially the part where NPCs suddenly turn hostile after you have submitted a quest. They obviously completely break the immersion, right? Why would somebody who's happy with me one moment suddenly ask me to leave their house the next? Just doesn't make any sense. So right, so yeah, that part was there, but otherwise the actual NPC interactions, the way all the main story NPCs interacted with Henry, I think it was pretty well done, I would say. I don't think any of the characters are super remarkable or memorable. I would say that everybody's good to okay. Nobody's terrible, nobody's super great. Uh, Again, I'll compare it to The Witcher, for instance, and you had characters like the Bloody Baron there, who was extremely memorable. I wouldn't say there's anybody who is really comparable to that level of grayness, right? People are either Henry's allies or they are not, and it's really not. Yeah, the tone could change. They could request you to leave the restricted area. Exactly, and that's immersion breaking basically. So, other than that, though, as I said, it could have done with a few more memorable characters. Somebody who would, as in, I would say some of the most memorable ones are Zizka, for instance, and the Dry Devil, and a few others. Even Brabha to a certain extent, Istvan Toth to a certain extent. Von Olitz more so, in fact, even more than Istvan Toth, I would say Von Olitz and Von Bogo. Von Bogo definitely made a big impression, but if you dig deeper, none of them are too grey, right? They are pretty black and white. They are either your allies or they are not. So I think that's that's a missed opportunity. Catherine is there as well, true. Catherine, Rosa, those girls are there as well, and I think it's just a bit too surface level, I felt. Maybe they wanted to keep everything very historically accurate, but I think they could have still done some more with some of the other characters that they introduced. I'm sure, for instance, Samuel or some others were characters that were created. So similarly, they could have created a few more memorable ones. So there, I thought the game was slightly lacking. As in, I've seen better characters and better NPCs effectively. Wanbogo is kind of bit grey. If we interact with him and believe everything that he says, he seems grey, but otherwise he's a proper antagonist to Henry and the gang, right? So I feel like it's more of a, as in, that's not what a grey character is, in my opinion. A grey is basically where you could ally with him as surely as you could be enemies with the character. Could you have done more with Samuel? Yeah, could have done. Yeah, I agree. Samuel was one. So basically, in case the excuse is that Von Bogo is obviously a well-known historical character, I'm assuming. So is Zizka. So you can't do much with them, and you can't really. You have to play to the historicity of those characters, but ones that are not historical, like Catherine, Samuel, you could have made them a lot more grey or just more sort of engaging. Some other characters, I think they could have spaced them better, right? So, for instance, with Catherine, you get this entire info dump at the fag end of the story, when there were definitely better points to come to know more about her, like the instance in Sigismund's camp. Maybe I missed a few dialogue options there, but even then I don't think the point about her having lost her husband and her child, I don't think I would have gotten to know that till the end when Zizka mentions it to me, right? So even if they wanted to lock the romance option, they shouldn't have locked that very important piece of information up from us, because that kind of backloaded all of her character development, right at the end. Her character development till then had been like a ally and very dependable one, and a risk taker, and obviously with some history, but we don't know what it is. That does not come up. Yeah. So if it doesn't come up, then and I thought it wouldn't, right? That's the whole point. That's why Jishka takes us aside and tells us about it in the middle of the bloody siege. But I feel that that sort of causes this problem of there not being enough time left for us to really interact more with her regarding those aspects, right? We could have done more. We could have maybe there is some orphan that we find, and then Catherine wants to keep that orphan, and there is a story around that because obviously the orphan reminds her of the child that she lost. So something like that, right? But there's no possibility of that because we come to know about it at the end of the story. So I think those things really shouldn't be treated that way. It's much better to pace the character's development throughout the story so that you get a chance in case there is some major change to the player's perspective of a character to then work on that particular change in perspective. So yeah, that's Catherine's is just the latest example. But I felt that happened with quite a few characters. I don't remember more examples off the top of my head, but it always sort of jarred me that there's a sudden info dump from some people, and then again everything goes back to the regular rote dialogue that they are supposed to say. Could have added those things post finishing the main story. That is always an option, but I would still say that it's better to just pace her better, right? There are opportunities that we meet. In fact, Catherine is the one person whom we meet probably the most often outside of Hans. So there were multiple opportunities to pace her character development in a much better way, from some kind of suspiciously secretive woman to an ally, to a friend, and finally to a confident and lover. So I think that progression was sort of the initial parts happened very reasonably, and then the lover part suddenly was dropped on our heads at the end. Like have a small prologue story section like they did with RCD2. Yeah, Red Dead Redemption 2, right? RDR2, yeah. Yeah, something like that. I think it's just, as in, it's not just with her. I think a lot of people, characters suffer from that, and that's a challenge, in my opinion, for the writers to have figured out and done it better. But yeah, other than that, I think, as in, it's okay. My point is that if I have to give it a rating for that NPCs, I wouldn't really rate it above 8 out of 10, for instance. So it's somewhere between good and average, I would say. 6.5 being an average, right? So maybe on the good, more on the good side, but still definitely could have been better. I have seen better personally. But yeah, overall, obviously that's not the rating. Overall, I like the game a lot. Like things leading up to Hans' wedding. Hans's wedding, okay. Yeah, right now it could have been added. I agree. Now I don't know what will happen, to be frank. So, but I'm just talking from the perspective that we have finished the main story, obviously, and credits have rolled. So technically, whatever emotional attachments I had with the story will more or less come to the end, right? Now it's all done and dusted. So look, the other advantage of having a female lead who is also a love interest, who is going through something and that Henry helps her with, makes us connect deeper to that female lead and care more about her, and then be worried that at the end of the story, so whether I save people in Sugdol or not, I was not as important to me right now as it would have been if Catherine was developed a lot better and I really genuinely felt and cared about her as a character, right? More so than what I do now. So, in fact, for me, Catherine was probably the third priority behind Hans and I guess Godwin as well, to a certain extent. Maybe not, maybe equal to Godwin, but still, definitely not the first, right? My first priority would have been Hans. So, That is something that they could have easily changed with better development of her character, and it should have been changed, to be frank. They also, I think, did Rosa dirty if we go for that romance option. Ideally, then she should have stayed back. You were mentioning that that doesn't happen, right? Ideally, she should have, right? If we were together with her, it wouldn't make sense for me to suddenly get this info dump about Catherine at the end when I'm together with Rosa, and have the opportunity to get together with Catherine when I'm with Rosa already. But Catherine was not the only love interest. Yeah, I agree. I'm not saying no to that. I'm saying that. So in The Witcher, you develop your love interests and everything is done before the final act. So if you consider the final act to be, say, starting from when we enter the Italian court, so this would have been before that. That all the love interest related activities would have been done. But in fact, in case of KCD2, you actually end up having this all the love interest related activities happen either during that last act or at the end of the last act. So then it creates this problem, right? So that's where I felt that they, as in, there's no reason to do it like that. Hans is there as well. Yeah. Actually, he was supposed to be your primary romance. Even if that is the case, right? Hans, anyway, I already have a good connection with, right? So their focus should have been to build a relationship between Henry and whoever is supposed to be the romantic connection in case I don't go with Hans. Or build it equally with both Catherine and Rosa and then move it ahead in case I choose one, right? So with Rosa being... so for Rosa, they should have actually made her spend more time with Henry, because otherwise Catherine obviously gets that slot. She has been there right from the first act or first scene of the game. So they would have messed up there if we went with Rosa. And since we went with Catherine, we know where they messed up by not developing her character fast enough. Hence the focus was building up to a connection with Hans, which is fine, right? If there are multiple, as I said, if there are multiple love interests, then you... so in Witcher also there are multiple love interests. And they are all built... In fact, you get essentially parts of the story where you can focus on each love interest individually. And take them from having zero interest in you, or not zero, but being flirty with you or whatever. Well, some are actually old love interest and all of that. But nonetheless, basically, from a game standpoint, having, say, if you have a reputation, right? So you start with 50 reputation, which is the average, and then you build it up till you get to 100 and effectively they want to fuck you. But point remains that you can do that at different parts of the game. So the characters don't overlap with each other. And at the same time, if you want, you can actually romance all of them, but then there are consequences of that. And if you don't want to do that, then you do get to spend enough time with whichever character you do want to romance, so that at the end you have a genuine connection and you feel something when that particular character is in danger. Not just, I'm playing this game and I don't want NPCs to die because they might be useful or they can be merchants or whatever. So, yeah, I would have, as in, that's a genuine criticism, frankly, in my opinion, of this game. In which Yennefer is the primary love interest, no? It depends. So the games have made it so that Triss can also be a primary love interest, because in the first two games, it's Witcher 1 and 2. Yennefer is not there at all. Only Triss is there, and she's sort of... basically, she's the primary love interest. Then Witcher 3 basically takes the game back to its canon. But you have the option of romancing either Triss or Yennefer. So if in Yennefer you can romance in Skellige. Before that, in the city of Novigrad, you can romance Triss, and before that there is a friend of both of them whom you can romance in Velen. So you have 3 different romance options, and then each DLC adds 1 romance option as well. In fact, I think the second DLC adds 2 romance options, or is it only 1? I'm not sure, but definitely 1 romance option per DLC at least. So in each part of the story or each map, you can say, you have a romance option, and in the main story you have three, out of which two you one of the between Yennefer and Triss you can choose, or you can romance both of them, and then there are consequences of doing that. But all of that sort of comes together at the end of the DLC when you have your own player home and everything. So.
The beach. It's shit outside. Fuck.
Yeah. It's raining cats and dogs.
So yeah, I would seriously consider that to be a genuine criticism of this game, more so than the others that I mentioned. But yeah, having said that, I would just like to point out, and the rain just made me realize, while they don't have like snow and other types of weather conditions, the ones that they do have are really well done. Overall, the changes in weather, the day-night cycle, I think it's really well realized. So that sort of adds points on the immersion and gameplay side of it. Better than most, I would say, most of the games I've seen. I would be fine with the main connection happening towards end game as long as they have a smallish prologue section. Yeah, there should be something, right? I don't mind if there is a love scene at the end. I'm saying that make me care about her before that, as in much before that, right? So in any story, the main characters that you want the player to, or the reader to care about, you build that connection during the middle, because the end game is where you are supposed to be concerned about those characters, about their outcomes. I'm saying that has not been done well with characters who are supposed to be love interests outside of Hans, who anyway Henry has a good connection with throughout. So that's basically what I was referring to. But yeah, that's how it is apparently. And then what else? You agree? Yeah. Then there is. So we talked about gameplay, we talked about combat, we talked about immersion, we talked about the options that we have. We talked about NPCs. We talked about weather and how the game looks. Apart from Hans, yeah, Hans is well developed. There's no doubt about that. Hans is probably the most developed character here, other than Henry, or in some cases even more than Henry, because he actually has a character arc where he gets all depressed because of getting a phobia and then coming out of it and all of that, right? So I would argue he actually has a very good character arc. Yeah, the other thing was the whole Godwin section sort of threw me off. I think the fact that you can't change his clothes, you can't do much to him, it all made me feel that something was wrong. And they were a bit unexpected, I would say. I wouldn't have, as in, if they wanted a alternate point of view to be offered, maybe they could have fleshed out Godwin a bit more as a playable character. It would have worked better that way, in my opinion. Because while he was playable, you couldn't really change anything about him. So yeah, I suppose it's like Ciri with the Witcher 3 games, where you can't really do much with her. You can just fight and play with her. But I'm not sure if Godwin has the same emotional pull as playing as Ciri, because Ciri obviously is the second protagonist of Witcher. So yeah, should have allowed to play as Godwin more. Yeah, they could have. As in, it feels somehow half done. I think that's the best way to put it, right? It's not that I haven't seen it done like that, but somehow the fact that Godwin is like a mentor, older guy character, it's very jarring that you suddenly play him. In fact, I would have preferred if Hans was the other playable character. They could have chucked the romance out and just made him a proper secondary playable character, and that would have really done a lot for the game, rather than making Godwin the playable character. Because Hans could have had a section with Godwin in Rattay. That was a possibility as well. But Hans obviously has a lot of opportunities to be in places where Henry doesn't or isn't. So you could have actually had a full section of Hans as a captive, right, with Von Bogo, for instance. And that would have been a very fun section to navigate, just to ensure that Hans doesn't get some part of him cut off by or get too terribly beaten up as a captive, by ensuring that he is smart with his dialogue choices, or he somehow maneuvers Von Burgo slightly to his advantage, something, right? So it could have been done much better with Hans, in my opinion, than with Godwin. It would have just made for better storytelling to play as Hans as well. Because Godwin, yeah, I'm not sure, to be frank. Godwin seems like not an option one would choose to play as when you are playing as Henry as your primary. You have to make the other option more appealing if it's going to be restricted. And Godwin is not more appealing. At least not when your Henry is fully upgraded. Or even not fully, maybe level 20 or so. Before that, maybe Godwin has an edge over him. But once Henry hits level 20 or so, I think then Godwin completely loses that edge. They wanted to add the queer love story, and I agree with that. Yeah. Yeah, as in, you want to add it, you just add, make Samuel your bloody love interest for Henry, right? Don't make him the brother, just make him, or even if you make him the brother, you can still keep him, because technically Martin is not biologically related, so Sam is also not biologically related, as if that matters. But still, I think it's just, it could have gone very differently, right? So, yeah. In fact, that's another option. Sam could have been the secondary character you play with no knowledge of who he is, where he's at. They could have just let the player figure out that you are in Gutenberg and you are playing as Sam, and then suddenly you encounter Sam in a slightly different fashion in the middle of the story and everything clicks. That could have been a very interesting way to go about it as well. That would be incestuous. Don't think that would be improv. Yeah, but they are not biologically related, and plus, does it even matter when they are not supposed to produce any babies? Right? So, anyway, my point is that the Hans or Sam would have been a lot more interesting as alternate playable characters than Godwin was, for multiple reasons. Sam's choice would have been amazingly creative, right? You just play as Sam in Gutenberg without even realizing how he fits into the overall story, and you actually get to see Sigismund, maybe the siege, right, where Sigismund captures Gutenberg. You get to see that siege. You get to see slowly the changes happening in town because of Sigismund's influence. So you experience all of that, and then you have a much deeper connection with the tragedy of the Jewish quarter, because you have played as Sam and you have essentially interacted with those people. Then that tragedy has real meaning and real value to the player, unlike what it happens to be in our case currently, where Henry only knows them because he has met them a few times and talked to a few people there. I think there are just very different ways that the story could have been done much better, and yeah, it would have become a much better game for that. That would have made Sam a much better character as well, by the way. A lot more interesting. So, yeah. Too many missed opportunities there, in my opinion. And it wouldn't have been very difficult to achieve either. Plus, it would have set a very good pace as well, if you think about it, right? Because after you enter into Trotsky, you are immediately thrust into the next part of it, where you are a captive and you need to escape and then save Hans. So it's back to back, right, after the wedding. That also doesn't work well, because ideally there should be a lull to build up the tension. That we don't know what happened at the end of the wedding. We got drunk, which we are not supposed to do, obviously, and somehow we have this feeling in the pit of our belly that something has gone wrong in Trotsky. But if we are not allowed to immediately access Trotsky and see what has gone wrong, but instead are now thrown into an entirely different place with an entirely new character which we don't know anything about, and which we again have to build from scratch. Then that tension just keeps on building, right? While you are at the same time trying to figure out what the hell is happening in Gutenberg, who the hell is Sigismund, and all that. And slowly getting to know Gutenberg and the surrounding region. And then suddenly you go back to Trotsky at a opportune moment, and you are captives, and you have to rescue Hans. Then it sort of, that tension actually also sort of translates to gameplay very well. So I think that's another thing that, yeah, that's, in my opinion, that's a big missed opportunity. It's all in hindsight, but yeah, they could have gone with that. I think it would have just made the game a lot more interesting overall. But nonetheless, I think uh, overall, if you consider everything, the story might be slightly weak, and the NPCs as well. But the world that they have created is truly something special. The immersion that they have offered is probably of a level that I haven't seen, or very few people might have experienced in gaming. So that's an achievement in itself. The combat is engaging, quite fun. The side activities, especially the smithing, is really calming, very soothing. So, all in all, I would say that the game is probably a 8.5 to 9 out of a 10, I would say. Not a perfect game by any means, but definitely recommended as a one-time play, and a world to get lost in and experience once. So yeah, those are my thoughts for the game, basically. It's a rather long monologue, but I think it suffices to explain what I felt playing this game, and yeah, what I feel about others playing it. Let's go to Gutenberg and Smith. Yep, we can do that. Let's do. I think you mentioned that earlier, right? Hey, Catherine, you don't have anything to say to me? Hello, ma'am. Do you?
That was a day like a donkey fought.
Really,
It's
Musa?
good that it's behind us.
Okay, that's fine. But Catherine doesn't even want to talk to me. Come on.
Good evening, healer.
Okay. Were you talking to Musa or Catherine?
Those flowers were from
My God, Catherine doesn't have any dialogues with me. Really? Okay, Musa, what do you say? Tell me about your travels. You travel with me now. Why you left? Okay. What? Okay. Yeah.
We've been through a lot together.
I guess.
Don't you think?
Maybe too much, my friend.
Too much.
What are you getting at?
Why you left Mali?
Tell me.
Will you tell me now why?
I have to know.
All right.
He probably banged a girl and had to leave.
When I left Mali, it was not entirely safe there. King of Mali, Mansa Magan, was killed by his Sandiki. In your language, that is advisor? He then took the throne, and one of his first orders was to get rid of Magan's family.
Is he a prince?
What's that got to do with you?
A lot. Mansa Magan was
Ah.
my cousin. Although I never even came
So,
close to the throne,
Duke, I guess?
I had no intention of trying to explain that to Sandiki. I preferred to flee.
Amazing.
And what about your family? Do you have any news about them?
I know that several of them were killed. I have no news about the others.
Interesting. Do you want to go back sometime?
Have you never wanted to go back to Mali?
I think about it often. Almost every day. But I suppose I am afraid. That is all. I do not even know if I would recognize it now. I last met some of my countrymen in Mecca, and that was many years ago.
Interesting. Did Sandiki try to track you down?
Did Sandiki ever try to track you down?
I was not that important, my friend. Or I traveled too fast, and no assassin has caught up with me yet. So you have nothing to fear. If someone kills you, it probably will not be because of me.
I don't think killing me would be the point here that I would be worried about. It would be you. Tell me about your travels. Why do you look so different? Okay, done. Chat. Okay.
Master Musa.
Greetings, Henry.
You saved me and I saved you. Okay.
I'd say we're quits, wouldn't you? You saved me in the Italian court, and now I saved you.
Is this your subtle way of suggesting I should leave?
No, that's not what I meant. I'll be glad if you stay with us. If you want to, that is.
I am glad you will not forbid me from staying.
You should get cleaned up though, Musa. All that blood on you is starting to make me unhappy after all these days. Do you regret joining us? Did you lose a lot of men? What's your neighbor? Did you lose?
Well then,
okay.
You still don't regret joining us?
I regretted that from the first minute.
Correct.
I have successfully avoided situations like this all my life. But now and then, it is not possible.
It was literally your own doing. You should have just stayed in your room.
Or uncertainty here with you. My choice is clear.
Well, you're not in a gilded cage with Sigismund. I think you're doing pretty well for yourself. Nonetheless, okay. Apparently you felt like you were in a gilded cage. Who am I to say no? Did you lose a lot of men?
Over the last few days, like... Did you lose a lot of men?
What is a lot? Even one death is more than enough. But if you had not come, it would have been much worse.
Interesting. What's your plan now?
What's your plan now? Head out into the world again?
I would like to stay here for a while. All I have seen in your country is death. So now I want to discover its beauty. It is a pity Catherine cannot show me around. Keep her close, friend, or you will lose her to me.
Sure. Currently she is not willing to talk to me, so I can't do much. Okay. That's it with Musa.
May God give you health, sir.
Alright. Is Dry Devil... I haven't talked to Dry Devil either.
What's the plan now?
For fuck's sake, Henry. One battle's hardly over and you're thinking of the next one.
Well, I didn't say that.
Fuck plans. Roam about and have fun. It's a long time till the wedding. Knowing Bocek, Herald and his other relatives, it'll be ages before they agree on a dowry.
Sounds good. Okay, I guess we can head to Gutenberg. Let's see what happens there. We haven't been there for a long time. Let me put some stuff on my belt. This is fine. Food I should put. So marigold, savior snaps, quick finger, strong quick finger, and what should be the last one? Why did Henry refuse the sword? I have no bloody clue. I have absolutely no clue why he refused the sword. Yeah, I don't have the sword now anymore, do I? Hold on. I do not have the... Crazy, right? That was a proper fuck up from my side. Whatever I did to deserve that was a proper fuck up. I actually lost Henry's sword. How the hell could I have lost that sword? Of all the things that could have possibly happened to me, I did not think that was the one. Crazy. I can't believe it. I still can't believe it. You just reminded me of it. Man, it's worse than the Rosa love part, right? It's a worse fuck up than that. Crazy. You were supposed to get it back in some outcomes. Yeah, I'm assuming that is the case. So basically I fucked up, right? That's not a good ending for me. Renamed as Henry's sword. Oh, is it? Okay. Yeah, but that basically means that I was also expecting him to give it back to me, right? And he did. I just didn't accept it. I don't know why. I think it's... Is it because I said I don't want to be a warrior? If I had said I wanted to be a warrior, Henry would have accepted it. Hey, finally the investigation quest is back. Finally. Okay. I think we need to hurry. Can I? Yes, I can. Damn it, it's going to be too late. Damn it. Avoid. Okay, it worked. Maybe I'll get there in time. I doubt it though. Yeah, it's already 9. Screw it. Long time coming, let's go. I don't think I'll get it. I should have checked before my monologue caused this problem. Of all the screw ups, the sword one was the craziest, I would say. Should I have ridden there? Maybe. I don't think it would have made much of a difference either way. Yeah, too late. There it is. I'll just sleep till 9. Let's see what quest comes out. Hopefully I'll get it again. Or I can just reload, I suppose. That shouldn't be a problem. I'll just have to talk to Musa quickly and then... these guys are still standing here, by the way. Sag. I lost Henry's sword, apparently. Isn't that crazy? I guess it's okay because I never really liked it as much as I liked the other one. But it's still odd. The Raven must be super hungry as well. Damned crazy though. I think the Rosa romance and not getting the sword back was probably the two worst things that happened to me in this playthrough. Henry should be able to invite the band to his forge. Yeah, typically DLCs are supposed to allow that, but I don't know. Let's see. Maybe it will work out that way. Okay. More Rosa romance. How the hell did I end up losing that sword? Hold on. Which reminds me. I need to clean myself up as well. And buy some stuff. Would love it if if the DLC could be integrated into the story. Yeah. In most cases it is. I'm not sure why there is a problem here, to be frank. You found them to be too aloof? Whom did you found to be too aloof? Investigation, please. Damn it. It's not there. Yeah, I think I should reload. The DLC is too aloof. What do you mean by that? Let's reload. Yeah. Let me check out the new. Nice. It is proper black. Finally, we got a good brocade hood. Although I don't like the green inside. Should have just kept it grey. Damn it. Yeah, I don't like the green inside. They could have kept it grey or yellow. That would have been better. But it is proper black. Hold on. I'm not wearing the Gutenberg sleeves, am I?
That's a good.
I'm wearing the wrong sleeves. As in, they should be integrated into the main story. Ah, that way. That is true indeed.
One.
Not bad, I would say. Not bad at all. Is there a good black?
Interesting.
Actually, you like what do you call? You like contrasts, right? I think there is a contrast you might enjoy. Ta 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 ta. Let's see how this looks. I think this has the potential to look pretty good. But let me do one thing first. I want to get rid of the crossbow and the bow. Okay, let's see now. You hate that Waffenrock? Actually, it looks pretty decent, right? It's white. It has the black on it, which goes with the hood. Yeah, I think this looks pretty decent. NGL, sir, but this looks pretty decent. Marketing billboard? Well, it's not a bad logo by any means, the Warhorse. If it was something more modern, then it would have looked out of place. But a Warhorse is perfectly aligned to the rest of the game. But more importantly, excuse me. My God. Yeah. More importantly, you like contrasts, buddy. Oh my God. Okay. No. Yeah. This hood still has the same weird, long, thin tail. Okay. I thought for a moment the hood didn't have a tail, but yeah, it still does. The contrast is good, I think.
Beautiful.
Decent. Plus, there is no proper gray. Is there any gray? I don't think there is any gray armor, chest armor, not armor, coat basically. Is there a gray coat? Let's reload anyway. Yeah, I'll do that. I'm just trying to figure out if there is anything else I can wear under that hood. Any Waffenrock or any other piece of clothing that goes with it. Matching colors with it is going to be tough because it's pretty unique as far as I can tell. Rubber Baron Sacket and yeah, these are brown and blue. They won't work. I either need green or preferably I need grey. Quilted kaftan. That's an internal clothing item. Quilted coat. Don't know about that. I can check this one and the patron's coat. Yeah, I guess I can check all of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There is this grey coat, I think. 6. Although I don't think that grey will match the rest. Patron's coat. I think I took that, right? We'll check that out as well. None of the lavish kaftans. I don't like the jesters. Hunting coat maybe. Although this one is rank 1. Yeah. That won't work. Gallant coat. I guess I can check that. Fitted coat maybe. Maybe the fitted coat will work. That looks similar colored. Cuman kaftan. Oh, I have a... okay. I have a Cuman kaftan which is grey. Courtier's 4 point is an innerwear. Crusader's Waffenrock. Let me check that. I don't think it's grey, but I can check and see. And that's it, I think. Yeah, that's it. Okay, let's check. This is the new burger coat. This actually doesn't look bad, but I prefer it with the other hood. This doesn't look good. I think it's brown. Oh, it's not. Okay. Actually, then this doesn't look bad. Yeah, this is fine as well, I think. Although it has its own hood, which doesn't look bad either. The problem is the texture of these two pieces of clothing doesn't match.
Nice.
The brocade hood is a lot more... don't like it. The brocade hood is a lot more fine material, right? So it doesn't match with the other one. What about the Cuman kaftan is innerwear. Crazy. Fitted coat. This is basically like Pissek's clothing. Yeah. These two go together. Okay, apparently. I can have a fitted coat. Just the green doesn't match. Yeah, I don't know why they kept a green inner lining on that. But otherwise it's fine, I think. Although this goes, yeah.
Beautiful.
I think it does as well. I had the gallant coat as well. It has the red buttons. Nah.
Interesting.
It's basically the same as the Waffenrock that we were looking at earlier. Ordinary coat. Let me try to fix it up. Still, I'm pretty happy I got this. What do you call it? This hood. It really pissed me off that I couldn't get a better looking hood earlier. This shouldn't look that good. Yeah, it doesn't. It does not look that good. Okay, fine. What else is there? Then you have this one and this one. You have the thief's coat as well. Oddly enough, I guess it's not so odd. But it feels that you should see the 4 point underneath the thief's coat. Somehow you don't. Henry looks too fat in that. In which one? Fatter than any other outfit? Which one are you referring to? The ordinary coat, I guess. This is basically Pisek's outfit, just in grey and black instead of gold and black, I think. Ordinary coat, yeah. Yeah, I agree. It is a bit fat. But interesting. Let's see the patron's coat. Patron's coat. I don't think this will go with the current one, but there might be another hood which goes with it. Oh, but it has the same problem. The sleeves are red, while the tunic in the middle is orange and then there is blue. Haven't seen it before. I think this is part of the DLC. A reward, I believe. Also, it makes him look fat. It makes him look properly fat.
Nice one.
I don't really like it. I think the fitted coat is the best. Also, although instead of these two, I would prefer this and the other one. But from the fat bit, I like it. Oh, there is this new hood as well. I didn't test this out. Courtier's hood. Let's see. Not bad, I would say. Actually, I know what this will go with. I'd go hoodless with it.
Beautiful.
Yeah, but it's still fat, right? I think there are some hoods that might go well with it. We just don't have those handy right now. Where is the Crusaders? Waffenrock. Slightly off color. But maybe not as so much that you
What a view.
see it, right? Yeah, I think this is also decent. A pretty decent combination, I would say. Looks like I'm ready to fight.
Interesting.
Yeah, it does look cheap. I don't disagree. You're not going to wear finery, silk and finery into battle, right? You'll wear something more workable. Let's go with the fitted coat and the brocade hood. Yeah, that's definitely an option. The fat.
Interesting.
The fat it is. Okay, brocade hood, fitted coat. So this is one set. This is obviously the second set. This is not going to change. 1259 is the best we can get. And then you have the third set. All three are pretty different, I think. Too fat. Yep. But we are not wearing that. I was just checking it out. Interesting. This makes me look like a Radzik Kobila, I think.
Nice one.
Not needed though, I think. You don't wear full plate armor while running around in the city. Okay, fine. Alright. Better? Ah, okay. Hold on. I don't think we would find a good brocade hood for this. And the length is not good. But otherwise, this is a decent... It's really unfortunate that we don't have anything else in this color. The colors are really good on this burger coat. Although I don't like the belt. What the hell is wrong with that belt? Why is it so old looking? What the hell? What the hell? Yeah, the belts are a big problem sometimes. Damn it. Oh, interesting. You will find a good brocade hood. I think we already looked at everything. Ah, nice. I like the hat as well, by the way. I agree on the best for this one. This actually goes. This actually goes with everything. Finally, a good hat as well. I like it. I like this noble's hat. Crazy. I had to wait till fighting the belt, right? Yeah. Look at this belt. Look at how amazing this is. Now this is a proper noble's belt. Both of them, in fact. The sword scabbard belt is also very noble looking. The only problem I have with this noble's gambeson is the orange color on the these edges, right, of the tie, whatever I'm using to tie it. That's the only problem. But otherwise, yeah, pretty much a nobleman, a proper nobleman. Nice.
Great.
Although I like the hatless Henry more, but that is not really how people would go about. Nice. Anyway, yeah, we got this scarf as well, a rank 3 scarf. Crazy. Right. So if I load, let's reload. Judgment Day. I think I'll start at the Devil's Den. I can immediately travel towards Gutenberg and pick up the quest. I should first talk to Musa and finish those dialogues though. What time is it? Yeah, let's do one thing. I think I'll just check once if the quest is still available. Oh, okay, wrong one. My bad. Then I'll stop. Can immediately head to Gutenberg? Yeah. I'll still miss the dialogue with Musa, right? I should talk to Musa and to the Dry Devil before I depart. I just wanted to check if the quest is still there. We'll do that quest tomorrow anyway, so I'd prefer to leave time for it. It is there, yeah. There's a duel as well. Nice. Yeah, so we'll do this tomorrow. I'll talk to Musa and the Dry Devil before saving again. And then tomorrow I'll start from that point. And then we'll head to Gutenberg. And yeah, we'll go and pick up this quest, do the duel, do the daily smithing job, and then see where this investigation contract leads to. We also need to brew the mandrake potion for Voita. Yeah. Yep. Cool. See you tomorrow. Thanks for watching. This is Jordan signing off. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye.